16-3, an easy and clean win by Belarus. We expected to be a little bit closer, but Belarus decided, no, we're gonna take this one, and pretty convincingly. It was just one-sided.
Yeah, they proved
clear from the very start.
Yeah, they proved why that's their pick. I mean, they showed us what they can do. Even though they started on CD side, so we couldn't see any special thing on T side. I don't think they even had it. They just a simple game from them, like cyber focus, going back, shutting them down with the op. I mean, there's not much to say. Like it was just that one-sided.
Yesterday we saw Turkey picking CT side on cobblestone when they find out that that Uzbekistan doesn't have any preparation on T side. Is maybe that the case here?
Definitely can be, but I think the Belarus is kind of a team that want to strive on momentum, and if they start on T side on cash and get as many rounds as they can probably get the same half they got here. They can defend as well. We saw what can Cyber Focus, Robo do. Cyber Focus, especially with the TWP, as we said, the window connector area, he really played great. Even though I think Kyrgyzstan didn't really know what to do on their T side, that they were kind of lacking of communication, didn't do their executes really well. They threw smokes, but nothing after smokes, no flashes, no molotovs for underhouse or site and stuff like that. So definitely need to work on that. Belarus really showed great counter-strike here.
So do you think that is something that we'll see more often, picking CT sides because it's just easier to prepare for that side?
I just think that depends on the maps as well as on the teams and the matchups actually. I agree, maybe Belarus, if they win the knife round on cash, maybe they can pick that CD side. That's not so, what's the word?
CT-sided, T-sided?
No, it's not unconventional. It's not unconventional to pick the CD side, even though the map is T-sided. Nowadays, I don't think it's surprising to pick CD side if you win the knife round. Yeah. Just get over that harder side, if you could call it. And if you like you said, if they see that Kyrgyzstan has troubles on their T side as they do, picking that CD side on cash, winning as many rounds as you can on that one, winning the half, why not? Could make their job easier on the T side. So yeah, that could be the plan of Belarus.
Belarus managed to win that first map 16-3. Can we expect the same thing on the second map, even though it was picked by Kyrgyzstan?
For Kyrgyzstan's sakes, I just hope we don't see the same thing. I hope we see something more from them, especially on the T side. As Rema pointed out on Mirage, there wasn't any T side coming out of them. So going into cash, I just hope they have something in store for us. Not something special, but just a little bit more communication, maybe a little bit more preparation, and just show some heart and try to win, because 3 rounds, come on.
Yeah. At one point we saw Pachanga, I think it was Pachanga, trying to knife a guy from the back, missing, getting a shot. Is that a point, where you just lose everything? I mean, that could maybe be a turning point, but no, it went other way.
I mean, even though if he got that knife, I don't think they'll get momentum out of his knife on short.
Maybe a few laughs, get loose.
But they definitely, I mean, he definitely
trying
got
to be
angry.
optimistic here. Come on, help me out, man. Come on, help me out.
He definitely got angry after missing that knife. I mean, he had really good position, and he could have knifed him from the back with one hit. Unfortunately, he stabs him on the left side, so the guy turns and kills him. I would be pissed off, honestly, especially when you're losing 8-1. You shouldn't do...
I think even Harry said he would rage quit.
Probably, yeah. I would do that as well. I mean, you're losing 8-1 and you're going for that chance knife. You get money, but you're not getting anything out after that. So probably getting killed, even though if he got the knives.
Yeah. Okay, Swage, any thoughts on cash? Do you think it will be the same?
Yeah, well, I mean, I expected much more from Kyrgyzstan, honestly, even on Mirage, even though that's Belarus pick. I don't know if things are making that much of a difference, or what's the problem, or maybe just Kyrgyzstan coming with only 2 players from last year. Maybe the new guys are just Who played?
Pachanga, Esenik, and
Okay,
Kamazik.
I thought only Pachanga and Kamazik. No, never mind.
Okay.
Maybe the new guys just don't, they don't have
They
the
don't
same.
fit in.
They don't have the same firepower as last year,
Yeah.
but I expected more. And looking after Mirage, I can't think anything else. But it's going to be as one-sided on Cash. Maybe they can take a few more rounds, but I don't see them, making much trouble for Belarus.
Well, if you're right and Kyrgyzstan loses the second map, we won't be having enough time to talk about Kyrgyzstan's fun facts. So let's do it now.
Yep.
Ready?
Sure.
Ready to learn something new? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, let's start from the capital of Kyrgyzstan. It's Bishkek. Yep. The capital is Bishkek. Kyrgyzstan means we are 40. So basically, reference to 40 clans who united to form the country. Yeah, interesting thing. Only country bordering Kyrgyzstan, and which is not ending with Stan, is China. So there you go.
China-stan.
China-stan. China-stan, yeah. Inilchek Glacier, one of the largest glaciers in the world. Yeah, and most famous person is a writer, Chingiz Aitmatov. Hopefully someone read something from him. I'm not proud to say, but I did it. Hopefully that will change. Okay, so getting into Cash, let's start with the predictions, like we always do.
16-8 Belarus.
16-8, harsh.
16-6.
Wow, even I'll give him some chance, and I'm gonna go 16-10, but Belarus.
Oh, okay. Just one thing. If Kyrgyzstan wins the ninth round, which side do you think they will pick, and can that be helpful for them to strive on a momentum, like Rema said?
Maybe.
I mean, honestly, Cash is their pick. Maybe they just don't play Mirage, and maybe their T side on Cash is miraculous, much better than the one on Mirage. If you pick Cash to be your map, you should definitely start on that T side. Grind out that better side, get 9-10 rounds, why not, on that half, and then work out the rest on the CT side. Or not.
Why not?
Do the opposite. I was gonna say maybe pick that CD side, maybe less favorite side, and get as many rounds as you can on that side, and then when you go into your T side, maybe have some momentum going for you, and then win overall the whole thing.
Okay,
Like
so
the map.
Kyrgyzstan just picked the CT side. Rema, quick thoughts
I
on
don't
that?
think that this is going to work for them, honestly. I said that Belarus is going maybe want to start on their T side and dictate the tempo, but we'll see.
We'll see what will happen. The second map is about to start. Cash, Harry and Harold storm the front.
Hello there, thank you very much, and thank you all for joining us. This is, of course, the TWC European qualifiers, and well, right now we are in the second map of tonight's best of three series between Kyrgyzstan and Belarus. Of course, it is going to be Cash, as said by the wonderful guys in the studio, and yeah, we have just gotten in. Kyrgyzstan, they did win the ninth round, and they picked the CT side, much to everyone's surprise, and well, getting straight into this, I'm going to be joined tonight by Harold, as you all know and love. So how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, still alive, not dead yet. And, well,
good.
I guess that's good, really.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I need you for this. So anyway, looking at this, Army, all 5 Belarus players over towards that A site. So, Kyrgyzstan, they're not benefiting from any sort of pushes. They haven't got a lot of information here, but when that push goes underway, they're going to have to react very, very quickly. When you look at it, they've gone for a standard kind of 2-1-2 play here. 2 players on A, 2 players on B, 1 in mid, and here we go. The push is underway. Robo gets out, picks up 1, and well, that's going to open up that site really nicely. Pachanga's going to be last hope for them here. He picks up 1, is just playing around this box at the back. Is it finally going to get taken down by Hitmouse? And now SNK on highway trying to do the damage, and 2 players coming in. PHL and Kamaz, coming in from truck, and they do manage to find 1 on the fast, and that's going to go 2-on-3, and that bomb's just going to be on site. Now, they're going to be hoping to try and plant this for somewhere where they can hold it off, but it is looking like it's going to be planting safe in that corner there, and they're both going to have to stay on site as a result. Here we go, retake is going to be underway. Kamaz picks up a wonderful headshot on the Hitmouse, and now it is all going to fall on the cyber focus here. He's done a 1 versus 3 once, but can he do it again? Here we go, he's going to be playing that backside, trying to land these shots, picks up 1, but is going to get traded by SNK, which was fairly important, because you can play around quad, just completely outplay your opponent. So it was good that SNK landed that trade, did get a nice double, and that does mean the first round right now on Cash is going to go the way of Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, a little bit irritating from Belarus there. They just overpeaked so much. They could have had a 4 versus 3 just unable to secure that, and then just continuing to peek. They get punished for it adequately. But this time Belarus not going for the force up. They are just holding onto that 2 gate each, buying a few pistols, but that's about all. And they should be doing a little bit of damage here. And as long as they get a couple of kills, maybe a bomb plant, they will be very happy. Now this round is gone. Nook just putting that nade over. It does do a lot of damage into Cyber Focus, but he's taken an equal amount, so needs to be somewhat careful. Pachanga falls back now. Just hoping they're going to get a little bit over-aggressive, give them the opportunity, but it's all retake across the board from Kyrgyzstan. You can see how far back they're all playing. It's actually very strange. You don't see this too often, but this gives Belarus an opportunity, without a doubt. Molotov will go down, and finally Pachanga getting a kill, taken down fast, but there is a man in for the refrag. That's going to be Cyber Focus, now looking for the kill, and he will. Deagle comes in, and that's going to be an A bomb plant, almost certain. Shouldn't be too much standing in the way of that. As Dirk is see, the good thing is he's not very good. He doesn't get many kills, so I don't have to say his name too often.
Yeah, I mean, every cloud, it does have a silver lining. Pachanga is going to be there to get that kill on him. That's going to put it into a 3-on-3, and a wonderful shot there. And there we go. Well, it's all going to fall onto Kamaz here for the retake, and he's going to be alone on site. Dursky coming in from mid, and there we go. Yeah, I know. What bad timing, eh?
Wow, what a round. That was incredible. I mean, you got to criticise players so that it looks good when they step up, and that was stepping up. Dirk is, Dursky, that's his name, Dursky, absolutely steps up now and takes that round for Belarus. Massive play, but of course all opened up by Cyber Focus with that Deagle in hand. And once again, we see Belarus resetting Kyrgyzstan after that pistol round win, and it's really not good. Snek holding close, should be able to take a kill here, but he won't. He's going to get taken down. And Fast Steel going, wants the kills, and he will take what he can. Robbo taken down, has there. That was a dangerous position. He does get the kill, leaving it now in a 5 versus 3. And looking really good for Belarus on that T side. And you can just see that skill coming through. Pachanga will be able to take down Robo, but that's about all. It's still a 4 versus 3. So 2 players over towards the B-bomb site. One sitting in Lungy. That's going to be PHL. He gets 1 kill, goes for the second, he takes it, goes for the third, but it's not going to work out. Fast takes him down. And now just 1 man on that bomb site is going to be Molotov out of position as Pachanga works his way through, trying to get into position. Kamaz has to drop down into headshot here. Hasn't been spotted yet, but he will be, and he will be taken down. Now all of Pachanga. He has a FAMAS, but only 9 health to work with, and that is not ideal whatsoever. There's 50 seconds to play with here. So Kyrgyzstan don't have any opportunity. There's plenty of time to play with Belarus. They don't have to work too fast. They can just slow it down, play their own game. Fast, of course, has a nade, so if they even get sight of where Pachanga might be, he's going to get absolutely wrecked. Absolutely ravaged. There is no choice for him here but to try and get these kills, and Fast will take him out of the equation with a 4K in the round. And that's one way of doing it. Belarus fend off the force bite. Although they lose quite a few players, it doesn't matter because they've fended off that force bite. They've got the round on the board, and as long as they stay alive in this round, it's all Gucci.
Yeah, indeed. And, well, I mean, Kyrgyzstan's economy is in complete and utter ruins. And, Belarus, they are starting to pull ahead once again. Maybe a little bit reflective of the previous game, but who knows, we're only in the first 4 rounds, obviously. Good damage being done in mid as Durst gets put onto 16 HP by those 2 USPs, so they are proven to be able to do a little bit of damage. PHL gets one of his own as well, and well, they're in a very good way right now. Hitmass managing to pick up 1, and that does eliminate a lot of that presence over towards B as, well, Kamaz was the only player there. 2 players over towards mid as well. Going to be exerting a little bit of pressure as, I believe this is going to be PHL gets boosted up in events. And now he's going to be waiting for Hitmouse if they do decide to push B, but the push is going to be underway over towards A. And anyway, Hitmouse just lurking around behind and watch out for these flanks. And, well, Bomb is going to be inbound now. And SNK, he's the man of the hour in mid with that AK-47. And PHL gets one of his own once again. He's doing work with that P250. Hitmouse picking up the kill on SNK, though. That lurk position coming in very handy for him. And now it is just going to fall on a Has. Pachanga here to try and hold on to this. They're doing the damage. They do manage to pick up 1 as Cyber Focus falls. And, well, it is going to be a 2 versus 1 here.
Pachanga down. That's the run of the bank for Belarus. And Kyrgyzstan going to take the pause here because they've lost a player, which is going to be one of the players on their side. He's gone.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be one of the players on their side. No idea what player. But yeah, for the time being,
it is just, Snook. Is it Snook?
Oh yeah, it is SNK, yeah. Or Snook. Yeah, he's gone. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in Kyrgyzstan. That means they have to keep DCing. But it is going to be a technical pause for the time being, for an undisclosed amount of time once again, which is good because, you know, it gives us time to talk to all of you and serenade you. So there you go, he's going to be back in thick and fast, but just, you know, before you go into this, in case you're just joining us, this is the TWC European qualifiers, and of course, this is the second map of tonight's best of 3 series after Belarus did manage to secure the first with flying colours, posting a 16-3 scoreline, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, so really good stuff. And Belarus looking real strong in this game. Kyrgyzstan, no response just yet, but they are getting back in now. Snook is back. Not Snooky, of course. Snook. Just trying to do some work. Is Durs key. But nothing coming in just yet. They are going to have to wait out. Hoping for a Kyrgyzstan push here, but nothing's coming through. Only one player on the bomb site, and that's Has. If he gets taken down, it's going to mean trouble. But Belarus playing very patiently is going to work in their favour. Hit mouse over towards that B bomb site, just holding in Toxic. Could be no problems here for Belarus. As long as they get onto that site with a crisp execute and they don't lose anyone, it will be just fine. But no opening frag coming through, which is going to cost them later in the round. Has and towards MBK. Not getting aggressive, not peeking out. And he's not going to give Robo the kill just yet. Snook, he's going to get a nice dink there through onto Cyber Focus with that AWP in hand. Molotov going in onto Haz's position. He's going to force him out, takes him down. That's Robo opening this one up with 45 seconds remaining in the round. And it's all been a fakeroo. Now going to be heading over towards that B bomb site now with that bomb. And it's only going to be Kamaz to defend from it. 35 seconds now on the clock. And this is getting way too close for comfort. And we'll be heading over towards B. Prefer to have seen the push a little bit sooner, a little bit swifter, because the rotate is coming back in now. Luckily, they've zoned out those rotating in players, but there's no smoke on the CT. That's going to be dangerous. Finally, it goes down, but it's too late because Changa gets through the smoke, takes down one frag. Now leaving it at 4 versus 2, but the HP so very low on the side of Kyrgyzstan. Oh no, it's the side of Belarus anyway. Hitmouse was a high HP player, and he is down. So, nice flank comes in from Fast, but it's not going to work out as Snook will be able to get the refrag now all on Snook. The last 2 players are very, very low. There's no doubt about it. But he doesn't know where they are. He's going to go in. Takes down one. Now going in for this bomb. He's got himself onto the bomb site. Trying to clear it out. Make sure there's no one peeking. And it's going to be Cyber Focus to take him down out of the equation. You wouldn't expect a player there because the bomb was planted safe. But Belarus take the round either way. And it's going to be happy days all over in Kyrgyzstan. Wondering what they need to do to get around in this game.
Yeah, I know. This is their map choice, and of course they did even get to pick what side they started on, so we would expect a more admirable scoreline as we are now into the 6th round with the score posting currently at 1-4. Especially after Kyrgyzstan took that first pistol. I was expecting them to at least be able to get 3, but regardless, Pachanga's going to start things off in a great way. SNK gets 1 as well, and this flank going in towards B is going to prove wonders for them because now they have so much information. They know that Belarus is going to be heading over towards B because of how far they got pushed up, and they know it's going to be mid or A at this point in time. And well, Has is going to be there, hearing out these footsteps, listening on in, and the push should be underway any minute now as, well, they are just kind of edging near each other, nearer and nearer. Minute by minute, and here we go. Has doing the damage. Fast does manage to get up highway though and does a lot of damage on SNK, takes him down. Dursky gets 1 as well. And now Fast manages to secure that second frag. So now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 here. Bomb going down over towards A. The rotate coming in. One's going to be coming through A main. That's going to be Pachanga. And while Cyber Focus is ready and waiting for that as he does take him down in flawless fashion. And it's all going to fall into PHL coming in from a truck with that MAC-10. He does get flashed. Picks up that kill on a Fast. You know, just for a little bit of economic damage, a little bit of money as well, because he did get it with the MAC-10, but it is in vain as Cyber Focus does manage to secure that kill. 2 frags for him in that round, and a 1-5 scoreline now in favour of Belarus.
Yeah, so Belarus keeping themselves alive in this one, keeping it strong, and Kyrgyzstan, with only 1 round, will be able to get the bye back out now. Of course, it's better than the last game where it was 5-0 for Belarus, but Kyrgyzstan need to wake up early this time. They are on what would be debated to be the favoured side, but really it's hard to say. Problem is, if Belarus are just that much better, there is no favoured side, as Pachanga will be holding with the AWP, finds the opening frag onto Fast, and that is a really nice way to start this round up. It's going to be Kyrgyzstan in a better spot than before. Their map control is decent as well, so maybe there is a chance in this one that they will actually do a little bit of damage. Snook holding from middle, holding, and Cyber Focus once again missing that shot. It's the second time he's missed the same shot, And it's quite concerning, to be honest, because normally he is a very consistent player. PHL holding with that AWP in A main is going to be a powerful presence. The nade goes through, and they now should know that there is someone there. Don't peek that without a flashbang, Robo. Please, I beg of you. I will cry. A lot. Pachanga heading over to the B-bomb site now. That double up setup so far working out pretty nicely. PHL still needs to do some damage here. He will take the second peek and the third. That's risky stuff, but he makes it work. Robbo goes down to Hitmouse. That's a TK. And the peek comes out in mid. That's Snook winning out against Dursky. This is a really bad round so far from Belarus. Just getting picked apart all over the map. And now coming down to Cyber Focus and Hitmouse. Hitmouse has a kill, but unfortunately it was onto his teammate. As Hitmouse now going to get taken down by the AWP. It's all on Cyber Focus, 59 HP and a dream. Going to be able to get the... No. This is not good. Finally gets that frag with 20 seconds remaining. He's being hunted from the backwards and he's going to get taken down. Although he got 2 kills, it's not good enough. That was a really bad round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, MVP of that round for Kyrgyzstan was definitely Hitmouse over on the Belarus side. He did manage to secure a team kill, which subsequently has posted him down at the bottom of the leaderboard, which is always fun. Anyway, going into this, we're going to be seeing the AWP on Cyber Focus still, and a force spy coming out from Belarus. They have got their AK as well in Dusky, and just a flat B play here. Probably trying to get opened up by Cyber Focus, and he does so in spectacular fashion. That's just going to open up B almost entirely. Kamaz is going to be there to hold it off. Flash is going in, and while the rotate's coming in thick and fast, SNK and Pachang both moving in, but Cyber Focus, proven to be so deadly and consistent with that AWP, picks up a kill on a Pachanga, and now it's going to open up this site that much more. There is still Kamaz on site. They have to bear that in mind. That smoke's going to allow him just to play around it, play these angles, and well, Hitmouse through the smokes does manage to take him down, but before that he does manage to pick up a kill of his own. Now it's going to go on to 2-on-3 in favor of Belarus as that bomb does go down and time is ticking. SNK and has trying to retake this, but fast. Not ready to let that happen just yet. That of course is going to leave SNK in a horrible situation where he has to 1 versus 3, and if I was him, I would just back away and save.
Yeah, but that's not going to work. Cyber Focus takes down Snook. And once again, we see Belarus completely reset that economy of Kyrgyzstan. There's no money to play with, and it's just not too good, really, is it? Kyrgyzstan, once again, they take a round where they actually looked like they had something going on in their brains, but then it all goes to pot. Although, they've already taken 2 rounds so far this map, so that's a good thing. There is definitely no way to say that they're out of this yet. It's only 2-6. That is not too bad, but if he keeps going the way of Belarus, they are going to be in trouble. The push coming through here from PHL is going to be shut down. And Dursky just holding his angle as fast. Will get the spray in mid. No kill comes through. Luckily, he finds Nook and now leaves that player on very low HP. The nade can do it, and he will. Just catching Has. He's going to take him down. That long range artillery strike. The A-bomb site is weak. Definitely a point of contention. Maz just sitting in lungy, hoping someone's going to straight towards him. 4 versus 2, this should be very much in favour of Belarus, but it's looking pretty dangerous now. No Molotov going into lungy there. Kamaz is going to be alive, but he gets taken down now, all onto Pachanga. Only a PT-50 to play with. Don't see too much hope in this one. He's going to be spotted out, and Robbo takes him down quite easily. So 2-7 is the score, and Belarus looking very strong.
Yeah, no, I mean, Belarus just playing so incredibly on form today, and, well, I mean, I think they've already cemented their place in this half. 2-7 is a very good scoreline for them. I mean, they've basically already got most of the rounds they would need to get on the T side, and we're only 10 rounds in, and they've still got so much more left to do, so much more work, because when you look at this buy over towards Kyrgyzstan, you know, it's just not what you want to see. There are only 3 players are rushing over towards B, which is huge, because it does mean they get that early kill on a Robo. And now that is also going to just lock off that kind of B play as it exerts a hell of a lot of pressure over towards there. 3 players still over towards B and a boost coming out in event. We haven't seen them do this yet, and PHL is going to be in a wonderful place to pick up another kill here onto Cyber Focus if he just pushes out of these vents at the right time. Pachanga does get one of his own, and PHL finds that one in the mid as well. And now it is all going to fall on the Dursky and Cyber Focus to try and hold on to this. I mean, if there's any 2 Belarus players you'd want in this situation, I would say it is probably these 2. But anyway, 1 minute left on the clock. Dursky opens it up with that kill on a Has. Now they're out on the site and they're doing work. With Dursky gets a second as well. Does get taken down. Cyber Focus is there to trade. And well, a good set of trades, good set of frags as well coming out from the Belarus side. Cyber Focus now is going to find himself in a 1 versus 2. AWP in hand as well. 50 seconds left on the clock. He's also got the bomb, so he's in a very good place right now. He's got a lot of time left on the clock, and Well, he should be able to find SNK here if he plays his angles right. He's going to be shifting back. He scopes in. He misses with the opening shot. And SNK picks up that frag and manages to secure a third round for Kyrgyzstan. I mean, I was really worried then for Kyrgyzstan. I thought Cyber Focus would land that 100%. You saw him. He scoped in. I think he was just trying to be a little bit too quick. You know, didn't quite line it up properly and did miss that shot, which sadly cost him the round. Other than that, though, a really valiant attempt. And, well,
nice.
A much-needed round on the board for Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, nice little stab there, coming through from Snick. Gonna take his teammate Pachanga down to 78 HP. But, like you say, it's a round for Kyrgyzstan. 3 rounds now, and well, they're definitely looking better than they were last game. Question is, are they going to look good enough to win this game? That is a whole nother story. I think we are going to soon be seeing that, working that one out. Kyrgyzstan. Trade or exchange so far this round. Cyber Focus once again trying to work in that squeaky door, but it hasn't really worked out too nicely for him. He hasn't had his best game today, to be completely honest. He is on 14 frags, but I know he could have done a hell of a lot more than this. As Hitmouse now, just with that Deagle, trying to get some work done. Pachanga is getting real close here, and he gets the very high tag on. Robbo working this pick, is going to take it. Snick goes down, and are looking towards Kamaz as PHL just still holding over towards 8. He needs to fall back at some point, finding himself a new angle because there's not many people over there. Still looking like a B play. Why they go 8 at this point, I have no idea. Well, either way, not really like it matters. Bomb is going to be heading over towards that A bomb site. Pachanga, he's confused. He's going back towards B here. This is a very interesting round indeed. Okay, they're going back towards B now. Really? Come on, this is insane. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone knows what they want at this point in time. And yet, Bomb's going to go down in mid. You just throw your casting equipment to the ground. That's it. You're retired. I feel you. That was a very, very confusing time for everyone. And I don't know. My whole passion has just been shaken up by that round. The B, then A, the B, then A. I don't know what that was about. I feel like if they and then mid to end it, bit of a mistake there. But you know, Belarus, they do manage to save a few guns out of that rowboat with that AWP in hand. Perhaps you know, given that to Cyber Focus, should hold you know, a good future in store for them at least. But doesn't like Cyber Focus isn't going to be getting it, and instead Robo is actually going to be looking to take over the role as AWPer for the team. As we now go into the 12th round. Bomb's still in T-spawn, so perhaps they're just going to treat this as a bit of a throwaway unless they can get those opening frags. And well, Robo's showing that, you know, while he is no Cyber Focus, he's still a very, very competent AWPer as he picks up that kill in the mid, putting this to a 4 versus 5 early on. And suddenly, despite this being a force buy for Belarus, they're not looking like they're in that terrible of a position.
Yeah, Belarus alive, they can do it, but there's a lot of work to be done first. The Deagle of Fast is going to be just trying to work, but it's not doing too nicely just yet. Of course, they still have a 1-man advantage, and it's only Kamaz over on that B-bomb site. Of course, this is not Kamaz that plays that other game, Hearthstone. This is... oh no, that's Amar's, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, does it? It's only Kamaz over on that B-bomb site. He's going to be putting a smoke down here, just trying to keep himself alive while the rotate comes in. Nice flash goes in, but it's not going to be doing too much. Nice shot from Robbo. Opens this one up, looking for the trade frag here, but it's the awful PHL to go ham. Finding himself 1, finding himself 2. And Kamaz still alive on this bomb site. Cyber Focus trying to do some damage, but it's not working. Fast has recovered that AWP, but 1 versus 2. I don't fancy his chances too heavily. Kamaz is still alive on that bomb site. No one has faced him. Finally, the Deagle comes out, but the flank is coming, and it's just not quick enough. Has needed to get that kill, really. He doesn't manage it. He's getting up close now. Just allowing that bomb to go down, interestingly, but he is going to take down Fast. The thing about that is he allows them 800 extra pounds there going into this next round, which is odd, but I mean, just didn't want to risk it there. So fair enough. It is 5 rounds on the board for Kyrgyzstan, and relative. Not really enough money for a buy, but I feel like Belarus are going to buy anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, in comparison to what we saw in the previous game, Kyrgyzstan looking a hell of a lot stronger, actually. They have managed to secure nearly double the amount of rounds they got in the previous game, but that's beside the point. Here we go. It is going to be a little bit of a force spike coming out from Belarus, like you said. I think because they don't want to slow the momentum down, they don't want to let Kyrgyzstan, you know, feel like they're getting away with too much and get that morale back going, get the get the momentum. But anyway, pushing out towards A now. All 5 players here. Very, very fast play coming out from Belarus. SNK is going to open up with 2. Goes for the 3rd. Is finding it taken down by Robo. Good trade coming in there. Much needed as well. Putting this to a 3 versus 4 as they start to push out onto the site. They do get that bomb as well on the Cyber Focus. He gets 1. Puts it into a 3 versus 3. Dusky gets 1 as well. And that's going to be Has falling. And well, now it's going to be a 3 on 2. Sorry. Kamaz and PHL left alive here for the retake. Flashes are going to be going in. Low HP as well across the board pretty much for the Belarus side. And well, Cyberfocus still putting in work. PHL does manage to take him down, and these last 2 players just going to face him at the same time in a wonderful trade. And that does mean things are going to go 5-8 in favor of Belarus now. So they do put an end to the winning streak of Kyrgyzstan and also manage to net themselves a lot of extra money while shattering their economy of the opponents.
Yeah, so looking pretty good now for Belarus. I mean, they are probably going to go into this with a at least 9-5. And I think they'll be looking to take that 10-5 scoreline. But if Kyrgyzstan could take 9-6, that's fair enough. Nice flash goes in. Has going to go down. And this is looking pretty good now for the Belarus side. The push is still coming from that B-bomb site, but Robo, Dursky, all going together. They close it down. The push from A main already shut down, and it's all on PHL. FAMAS in hand, and well, I understand rushing. I don't understand rushing when you force ball. You need to take everything you can from a force buy round. You can't waste things. And rushing like that is just foolhardy. I do not like it. I never will. Not a big fan of that. But Belarus now 5-9. There's no money to play with for Kyrgyzstan. It's going to be 10-5 unless they pull something miraculous out of the bag. But then, I mean, from some of the rounds we've seen from Belarus, I really wouldn't be overly surprised. Either way, this is going to be the 15th round, the penultimate. No, that's the wrong word. The last of the half, and Belarus definitely looking strong. Nice opening kill comes in from Hitmouse, taken down Has, and now a little bit concerning. Fast, nice kill. Robo, nice kill, and Kamaz finds himself the last man alive now on that B-bomb. So they know where he is. He's been there every time. And look, they've forgotten the bomb. This is how you know a team's getting confident. They don't worry about the bomb. They just go for the kills, and that's exactly what that happened right there. 5-10 in favour of Belarus. Even though Kyrgyzstan looked like they were waking up somewhat, wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can kind of tell that Belarus are feeling extremely confident now, and, you know, like you say, they leave the bomb behind. Also, judging by the fact they're not leaving any time in between starting these games, like at all, to even discuss things, I'm getting the kind of feeling that Kyrgyzstan's somewhat given up. But let's see how they fare on this pistol round. All 5 players charging it over towards A, taking it nice and slow, lining up these smokes as Kamaz does manage to get one out. PHL is going to be coming in with the flash any minute now as they start things off. A good smoke out to block that truck player, and that's a huge deal as it does mean Hitmouse is going to be the only player on the site able to do anything. He has taken out a 5 HP early on, picks up 1 though, and you know, that is going to be enough. It is a nice trade. Fast gets 1 as well. Now it's going to be a 3-on-4 here, and that's, well, no one was there to trade him out. Has managed to secure 1. Dursky puts into a 3 versus 2, so a favourable situation here for the retake from the Belarus side, although Fast being low on HP, and Kamaz there trying to change things up, managing to take that kill and put in the advantage in the hands of Kyrgyzstan. He manages to get 2 at the end there, so you know, a very, very essential play to secure them that round, and that means things are going to go 6-10 with Belarus looking to continue the second half how they left off, which was with the last pistol round, which was a really confusing way of telling you that. But yeah, there you go.
Yes, I agree. Just say them words. Say them. Kamaz and Snick both getting kills. Sniper Focus and Hitmouse down. And looks like for the first time in ever, Kyrgyzstan actually going to be able to take 2 consecutive rounds in a row off the back of the pistol. And that's going to be pretty big. It's going to mean they're up to at least 7. Potentially 8, as Robo will find 1 onto Pachanga, but the trade comes in as PHL will take him down. That's all you need to see, really. Tursky trying to do some work, but it's all on Fast now. 1 versus 4 to try and do a little bit of damage, maybe save a weapon into the next round, but that's about all he can hope for. So, looking good. Absolutely. And there's not really any response going in from Belarus in this round, but still, they've already got 10 rounds on the board. They have the buffer zone to play with, as Kamaz will be spotting out Fast. He will get tagged up, and he will get or not. Going to be able to pick up a weapon there, and I mean, they'll be happy with that, I would. And that's Belarus saving a weapon, but really not enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, they did manage to secure that weapon there. I mean, Fast really shouldn't have won that. PHL must really be feeling the burn, seeing as he didn't manage to land that kill on a really low HP out of position. Fast, now Fast does have a Galil for his troubles. which he's going to be looking to say over towards that A site. It's not going to do too much for them, but it does open this up because he can drop that 5-7 or the Galil. And well, I mean, saying that, you know, I don't know what gun has had, but if it was an AK, no, it wasn't. It was nothing by the looks of it. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, no, Kyrgyzstan, they do manage to secure 2 AKs. I don't feel like hunting was really the right choice there. They're still going to be in an okay place economically. And I mean, they will be up against a full-on eco side, but still, I don't know if I would have given them the satisfaction. Fast, though, does have that Galil in hand, and he does drop the 5-7 for Robo as well. So let's see if they can make anything happen with that.
Yeah, some work to be done. AK of Kamar's just working in mid, hoping to get some damage done fast. Is that in mid there, doing damage with the Galil. Makes it a double kill, so that's not bad at all. But Kamaz walks up on a, not going to say that actually, Robbo from behind taking down one, but the bomb is in mid and not taken back. 2 versus 2. Robbo recovering himself an AK-47. He's going to be hoping to get some damage done here. Does get a nice little tagging off. Is working his way into mid. Gets himself a kill. And Pachenko follows it up. So, although that came close, Kyrgyzstan do take the kill. And Belarus, well, at least they got some damage off. Going into this round, they are going to be able to buy up. And looking pretty good as it goes. But, not there yet. There is, of course, only a 2-round difference, but Belarus already a map up and looking real strong. Going into this bite, this is going to tell a lot. Who is going to be the better team? Who's going to win the rounds? That is the question of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this being the first rifle round for Belarus on the CT side, it will definitely set the tone for the rest of this second half. And well, we have got that all over on fast. Rather interestingly, it's not being taken by Sofa. And a wonderful shot there on a PHL. And that is just going to deny any B presence for them there. And that straight away, you know, forces Kyrgyzstan to have to rethink everything as they do have these 3 players in mid. And has over towards A. At this point, you know, B is completely off limits. So you've got the boost here as well. Cyber Focus in such a good position. He does get taken down, but they have the information. Although sadly, with no trade there to counter that, it's going to put it back into a 4-on-4. So, you know, they do lose their 1-man advantage, sadly, and things do get equalized now. The Kyrgyzstan side, they're going to be pushing over towards A, seeing as a very, very strong AWP presence is over towards B. As a result of that frag early on in the round. Flash is going out, smokes go out too, and well, the rotate should be coming in fairly shortly as they will find out this isn't a fake, as Hitman picks up that kill. It's going to be bombed down in the middle of the site, and well, Pachenko's there to try and change things up, gets one of his own, and Dasky manages to secure another. Kamaz gets one, puts into a 2-on-2, and that means Bomb's going to be going down now over towards the A site. Rotate has come in, and that's going to be fast over towards Truck. So both these players in fairly good positions to retake this. I mean, just looking at their weapons and their utility, they should be able to out-trade Kyrgyzstan here, but they have got Kamaz in that really, really strong quad position to try and hold this off. It is going to be crucial for Kyrgyzstan to get these trades in. And let's see if they do. Flash goes in. It's not going to be that effective. And Kamaz is there to open things up. Snurk gets one as well on a fast. And that means it's going to go 9-10. That was looking so promising there for Belarus. But, well, you know, Kyrgyzstan, they did emerge victorious, taking it 9-10 now. And, well, Belarus, they must be feeling a little bit hot under the collar as that scoreline edges ever closer.
Yeah, one step closer. And it is Belarus back onto pistols. So Kyrgyzstan really putting up a fight here, putting their best foot forward. It's going to be a push coming through the squeaky door. Fast, trying to get some damage done, but has just holding down. It's going to put the nade out, taking hit mouse to 98. Not too much, but it's better than nothing. Mouse here to support Has. Just making sure these 2 players can't get too much damage done fast. He's going to go down. And just looking to take Hitmouse out now. And they will be tagging him down. He's still taking this fight for whatever reason. It's going to fall back in the end. But looking pretty good for Kyrgyzstan. As long as they play this one carefully. Fast, the armored man is dead. And so far, not seeing too much from Kyrgyzstan. Looks like they could be letting this round slip, but they are walking into a stack here, and this could be really, really dangerous. Belarus with those pistols, we know they're dangerous. No armor. There should be a round in the bag for Kyrgyzstan. They have to be very careful, though. They need to get these frags instantly. They can't let this go to waste. They can't let this slip. And they will be pushing in. Robbo opens it up with BHL. TWC finds 1 and 2. Solovago's getting aggressive in the face. That is so greedy, and that annoys me. Trying to get those weapons, not just holding on the site when you know there's a push coming in. Not good at all, and it's going to mean Belarus 10-10. And the score is even for the first time this game. That's pretty good work from Kyrgyzstan, and no response from Belarus.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen much of them on the CT side. They've shown very little so far in the way of stopping just a whirlwind of death that has become Kyrgyzstan. You know, looking like a completely different team to what we saw earlier, but a great set of nades at the beginning is going to put them on all low HP pretty much across the board. Has been the only one left untouched there, and well, this push over towards B as well. 3 players there is going to be the perfect thing to remedy that push coming out from Pachang with the AWP. A nice boost is going to be put in play, and that's going to be Dursky up in that boosted position. Rotating back over towards mid. That's going to be Robo as well. So this is just going to deny any avenue of approach here for Kyrgyzstan and leave them in this position where they are going to be put down to the wire unless they can start things off in a good way. But just importantly, whenever you look at the map, pretty much everyone has someone there to trade with them, and that is so incredibly important on the CT side. You've got to get those trade frags like you said earlier. And with this setup right now, it does seem like Belarus are in a very good way in that regard. Well, now open down mid. That's going to be PHL looking to try and start things off with a pick for Kyrgyzstan as those smokes do go down. It is looking like a mid play is going to be underway as they do boost up SNK to try to start things off. And here we go. The push is underway.
Yeah, nice kill from Fast to open this one up. And as long as they hold into the trades now, this should be fine. Going towards that B-bomb site, it is of course going to be Hitmouse and Dursky holding on the B-bomb site, and there should be a rotate coming in relatively soon after. Looking pretty good though. Snot going for the kill, but only gets the tank through. Will get the kill onto Dursky as Has finds one, and all those trades are for nothing as this site has been completely destroyed. Fast goes down, and Kyrgyzstan looking like they are very dominant right now. Belarus have gone to sleep and need to wake up. Those 2 orbs, I'm not sure what Cyberfocus thinks he's doing. He needs to get out of there. Not looking good actually. This was looking like a real strong game again from Belarus at that 10-5 mark, but Kyrgyzstan going to take the lead here with 11-10. And although Belarus will save these 2 AWPs, we're really not seeing too much coming out from them. In this squeaky door, Robbo is so low, 1 bullet will kill him, and everyone is pushing towards this kill. Nice kills come through straight from Snook, and both of them are dead. That's no save, and Belarus really just getting shut down.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the cases where Belarus, they felt really confident and they were so sure they were going to beat Kyrgyzstan that the second they started to put rounds on the board, you know, they were underestimating them a bit, thinking they could easily get it back under control. And, you know, now that you've let a bunch of angry and passionate Kyrgyzstan players build up this much momentum, you're in a very, very bad place. Belarus, though, they're going to be forced onto an eco here. 5-7s pretty much across the board, and Deagle and Dursky looking to try and make something happen with that over towards that B site. He will be playing that over just, you know, playing nice and passive. And well, over towards A, we got 3 players here. They're going to be boosting up on top of these boxes, just going for the economic damage, trying to get these early kills and get these trades in. With these 3 players setting up a crossfire like that, that will be wonders for trading. That said, though, Kyrgyzstan won't affect them as they do head down into mid, and they're just looking for control. And that is indeed what they're going to get. Now, from mid, they have so many avenues of approach opened up. We got players down towards B, so it is going to look like that will be. PHL gets 1, and Dursky gets 1 over towards B. PHL finds a second as well, and now that bomb is committed towards his B site. 2 players are going to be there. That's going to be Robo. He gets 1. It is going to get taken down. Dursky in the corner with that Deagle is going to get surrounded and just firing squatted against that wall. And now it's all going to fall onto Fast here as he comes in, well, you know, as his name suggests, fairly, well, actually fairly slowly. I feel like slow would be a more appropriate name for his playstyle right now. But yeah, he's just going to walk into the waiting arms of Kamaz if he peeks his angle.
But, I mean, saving the armor and the pistol is going to allow him a little bit more utility in the next round. But, either way, Belarus are falling asleep. They need to wake up and start taking rounds because they are really not looking good right now. It's going to be 12-10. Belarus. Not a single CT round so far. Going so aggressive. What is that Fast? Why? Seriously, I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did good damage. I just can't help but feel like that was, you know, there was no point in saving for that long, trying to save the armor and the pistol, and then, you know, when they're all there, it's not like anyone even saw him. He shot first. But yeah, that was a huge error on his part. There just seems to be a few slip-ups that Belarus are making right now. PHL looks to start things on form, taking down Hitmouse there in mid, and of course that's just going to weaken the mid hold so much as suddenly you have no one to trade with. Cyber focused on Robo looking to change things up as they do get those 2 players over towards B and just completely deny that B presence coming out from Kyrgyzstan. Something that we've seen them really capitalize on previously in the competition. PHL in mid doing the damage, does manage to force out fast there, so that's going to be mid given up and a lot of control now handed over to Kyrgyzstan once again. But still, 4 CT players left alive. Belarus finally looking like they're in a good position here to hold on to this round.
Definitely opportunity here. Flash goes down. Well, this is still the man advantage for Belarus, thanks to the AWPs. Cyber Focus and Robo. Cyber Focus really does need to wake up. He's had a middling game so far, but with his skill, he is miles above the rest. He should be doing so much more in this game. Should be absolutely dominating. Anyway, the push is going to come towards that B-bomb site. Molotov goes down. 40 seconds remain, so there's plenty of time here. But Dursky isolated on this bomb site. He's keeping himself alive as Robbo works in. What the hell was that from Maz? He's going to find 1 kill. Make it a double on Snook. He's always getting these double spray downs, and it is really concerning. Kyrgyzstan. Last man now, PHL, open hand, 20 seconds remaining. Let's get the kill through onto fast, but there's still more work to be done. We'll be able to put this smoke down, but Cyber Focus is holding the angle. He's going to take it down. That was way too close for comfort. Cyber Focus could have lost that so easily, but Belarus win. Although there is only 1 man alive, they gate the round, and that is denying 13 for Kyrgyzstan, taking the 11th. And if they win 1 more, the economy will be gone for Kyrgyzstan. And Belarus may actually have a chance in this one, but so far, not looking good.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kyrgyzstan definitely are the underdogs, so there's a lot of hope rooting for them, and I'd love to see them take this map. At the same time, though, now that Belarus have got that little taste of a round win, you know, they've finally got a round on the board, they've tasted victory, and they are so close. Maybe we'll see them be able to turn things around, but still, I mean, looking at this buy, it's not going to be that ideal. You've got the UMP on fast, which is something we've seen more and more in the scene recently, and, well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what you can do with that. Looking at things right now, though, we're going to be seeing 4 Kyrgyzstan players over towards A. Fairly standard setup, keeping some in mid to watch for any pushes, and then you keep Pachanga over towards B, watching those angles and, you know, just not allowing the Belarus side to push up for information. Something that we have seen them do a couple of times. Looking at this, so 2 players over towards A is going to serve them well, as it doesn't like that's what's going to be happening. They know that squeaky door's open, so they know that Haz is in there, and well, it's going to be fast to face off against him. He's going to get taken down, so straight away that A site is going to be a man down, and as a result, you're going to be pulling Robo off mid, which is going to give up that much more control to Kyrgyzstan as they do start to head in towards mid now with the bomb, and that opens up so many ways they can go. They can go up highway, they can go through vents, they can go through CT spawn. It just leaves Belarus looking so vulnerable. Dursky's going to be there to get 1, slowing down that B push and making it less favorable. Robo gets 1. Dursky managing to secure a second here, and he's doing work over towards that B site, just completely denying any sort of play here, and Haz goes down as well. It's not looking good for Kyrgyzstan here, and a second round is so close to coming out for Belarus. Kamaz is going to be the one trying to hold on to this for them, but 1 versus 3, he's going to get taken down by Dursky, and a really nice triple kill there to take this 12 all now. The scoreline is tied, and it is proven to be a very, very close, butt-clenching, one hell of a game.
Yeah, absolutely is. And Belarus just clawing back in. Like I said, Kyrgyzstan not going to have too much money to play with. They are going for somewhat of a quality buy. Interesting though, they're not going to have a massive amount in the next round. It's going to be mostly Galil and very, very limited utility. But all 5 players heading towards A, going in quick. Cyber Focus opens it up with an open hand. He needs to get some support in here. Nice shot comes through. Pulls out that 5-7 and goes ham. Can he ace this one? No, so close. But Robo going to find that final kill. Massive 4K comes in from Cyber Focus there. But it's just not enough. And Belarus, 13 rounds. Although Kyrgyzstan will be back on a bye. Like I said, it's going to be Galil's no utility and not the greatest. Snook debating the AWP. He's going to go for the AK in the end. But yeah, not fan of this bite, and Belarus looking really, really good now.
Yeah, no, I mean, that play there by Cyber Focus. Up until then, he'd only had 2 kills in the whole CT half. So he effectively just tripled his kills in that 1 round. And hopefully that's going to be a return to form right when Belarus need it the most. Looking at this, there is going to be 1 player over towards B for Kyrgyzstan, and well, Dursky's going to be there to pick that kill up, and that's going to start things off in a huge way for Belarus. PHL just a little bit too far away to be able to pick up a trade, so That does mean it's going to be a one-man advantage to them. Bomb dropped in towards mid, and while PHL coming through to try to get that late trade, and he does get punished for it. Dursky picks up the kill now. It's going to go on a 3-on-5, and well, Belarus looking so on form and so strong once again. That bomb just dropped in mid, not committed to anything just yet, and well, you can't help but feel Kyrgyzstan, they are stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah. Not a massive one that can be done. On that T side, already 2 men down, but that being said, if Snek gets one of those bloody spray downs again, they're going to be in trouble. Looking like they may want to boost here. Not entirely sure. Maybe just holding off the counter boost. However, the rotate is coming through. As Fast will head over towards that A-bomb site, getting ready for those 3 men to push on in, and it's the correct call, absolutely. Molotov goes down. That's going to be even less time for Kyrgyzstan here to try and do some damage. Nice spot comes in. Snack going to get taken down now. 2 players remain, and that is it. This is really, really bad. Nice kill from Cyber Focus, and he follows it up onto Kamaz. Finally, that man is coming alive and doing work for his team. Up onto 26 frags, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. Well, the weather is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you frag me so, let it go, let it go, let it go.
That was actually really beautiful. I'm emotional. Yeah, no, but I mean, Cyber Focus, like a rabid dog, now that he's got a taste of flesh, he just can't stop getting these frags in. Yeah, no, we're going dark again, jeez. It's just a reoccurring theme. Yep. But here we go. 12-14 is going to be the scoreline, and these past few rounds have been so fast and so important. But Changa starting things off in the right way, getting that kill in the mid and opening up that B site almost. As Dursky is going to be the man trying to hold this off as he falls out through vents, doesn't manage to pick up a kill, and this is going to be pushed thick and fast. Rotate isn't coming in quick enough, but Mouse is going to be there doing the damage. 1 HP on PHL, 8 on Pachanga, and 23 on SNK. Belarus, they might not have a man advantage, but my god, they're still in a really good place right now. Bomb only just going down. They have to watch out for Pachanga, though, who's going for this really long flank all the way up through A, and if they don't spot him, this could be disaster for them. It could be a disaster, not just could just be disaster. But anyway, yeah, Pachanga picks up 1. Hitmouse in with the fast return, but is it going to be enough? These 2 players, all they've got to do is trade, but with such low HP, that is going to be a real challenge. Sadly, no nades on Hitmouse, so he's not going to be able to capitalize on that too much. But of course, 2 bullets is all it's going to take to finish off these 2 Kyrgyzstan players. Sadly, though, he does get caught with his pants down out in the open, and that does mean it's going to go 13-14. Kyrgyzstan showing that they are not ready to lose this just yet.
Yeah, but a lot of money to play with here for Belarus. They're going to be able to get the buy-in, and we're seeing this double up setup once more. Fast and Cyber Focus. Not sure why Robbo isn't picking it up. I think he's a really strong AWPer, but maybe just not feeling it. It is going to be a pretty heavy mid-plate as PHL and Snek both try and get in here. Robbo already up in their face, in their grill, and he's going to be popping that vent, getting into position and holding place. Does keep putting over that towards the area. And really good real estate being held. Oh, sorry, there's something on my tooth. Yeah.
Alright, no worries. You can deal with that. That's all good.
It was a small animal.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Gone now. Killed it.
I like that.
Oh yeah, you like killing? Of course you do.
Yeah, especially the smallest animals. That's why I'd like to exist. He's the smallest Counter-Strike player and the cutest. I love him. Anyway, PHL's going to get dropped straight off the bat, and Dursky does also get taken down as well. So, you know, a heavy B presence coming out from Kyrgyzstan once again. They've had success on it in the past, so why not go for it? But sadly, Belarus, they are going to be in position to try and hold this. Rushing through the smoke, Hitmouse manages to pick up the kill on Pachanga, and that does mean that this whole B play does get shut down before it's even began. They're now having to rethink this as smokes do come in, and well, 40 seconds left on the clock. They've got enough time. Hitmouse just boinking a flash off of his teammate's head there. Nice and casual. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware what the word boink actually means, but I'm just going to hope you don't.
Oh, yeah, no, I
definitely
do.
wouldn't have said that.
But, yeah, no, I didn't, yeah.
No, alright, I'll let you off. Anyway, it is still the B play coming in. Robbo spotting out these players, going in for the kill. He's not going to get it, but Fast does find Kamaz. So, good still, and there we go. Fast comes in again. I doubted whether he should be AWPing over Robbo, but it doesn't matter. He destroys that AWP, and he wrecks Kyrgyzstan with a 3k to end the round. And now, Kyrgyzstan up against match point. And what can they do in order to beat this defense from Belarus? It was weak at first, but they adjusted, they rethought, and now they wreck.
Yeah, definitely. It was looking so bleak for them, but looking at this now, they've got a very, very firm grip on this, and they're just not letting go. Yeah, no, sorry. Anyway, there we go. It is now just going to be Kyrgyzstan clutching at straws, trying to get back into this. Bomb still in mid. They're just playing for picks, waiting for Belarus to make the mistakes like they have done in the past, and Belarus just aren't making them. This is going to be a huge problem for them. They're so close, and there is still potential for them to stay in this. Orb shot does come in from fast, puts down Haz on a 3 HP, so that's a very bad start for them. They do get a little bit of mid-control out of it, but still they've got to try and get past fast here. And he is just going to be watching this angle. Smoke goes out, not going to be enough. Robo gets boosted up in immense. A wonderful position right now as he manages to find one, and he doesn't get traded for it either, because no one's there to help him out. PHL finds one on a fast. Cyber Focus comes in though over towards A, and he's doing the damage, and he's making it so they can't even utilize this mid play they've got. By having that presence over towards A, that does mean, of course, they're going to have to rethink this whole thing. And it's looking like A is going to be the site that they choose to go to. Now, will they check this corner? Hitmouse, great flash to start things off. He picks up one. Pachanga goes down in mid, and Hitmouse gets the second as well. 13-16 is going to be the scoreline. And that does mean that Belarus are the winners of tonight's best-of-3 series. There we go. Kyrgyzstan, good try. 13-16, much better than that first map. What was your opinion on that? Harold, how did you find it?
Well, to be honest, Counter-Strike and Cash, that's all I can say.
Yeah, there we go. True words from a truly great caster. But to give you a little bit more analysis than that, we are going to go live now into the studio to our wonderful analysts, and they're going to be able to talk us through everything that went on in this game. Thank you.
Belarus picking up the second match, 16-13. At one point it didn't look that way. It looked like the Kyrgyzstan is going to take the second map, but Belarus had the other idea. 10-5 on halftime, you know. Then Kyrgyzstan taking so many rounds, 7 in a row, but at one point it was necessary for Belarus players to wake up, and that's what happened. Switch.
Yep. Unlike Mirage, Kyrgyzstan was really well prepared for that. Cash T side, they had smokes for A, they had smokes for B split for mid, smokes for B. So their T side on Cash was pretty good. And like you said, they were able to win, what, 7 rounds in a row?
7, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, their T side was pretty good. Their CT side, I would say, was somewhat weak. 5 rounds on the CT side, that's not that bad, but I think they could have won a couple of more. But just wasn't good enough. They weren't good enough on that city side. Belarus, I'm just surprised that they couldn't stop Kyrgyzstan going for that B split round after round after round. I mean, better teams, when they see that you overuse something, even though it's working for you, when you overuse one typical execute, you're gonna get punished against a better team because they know how to punish you when you do the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So I was surprised the Belarus cannot stop that B split. Eventually they managed to do that and come on top 16-13, and congrats to Belarus going into the next round, or the same round, just the next leg.
Yep. Dushan, we talked offline that Hitmouse wasn't hitting anything.
Yeah.
On the other hand, other players had like 26 while he had 8 frags. Yeah. When he hit something, they won.
Yeah, I mean, that round that he eventually killed someone on B side, he had 11 frags, and the first guy next to him had 21. So there's a big difference there between him and the, let's say, the 4th player in the team. So I mean, definitely he needed to have a better showing, even though they won, and that's all fine and dandy. But in the next leg, and maybe if they reach the next qualifying round, I think they need all 5 players to play on the same level, and we need to see him stepping up and hitting some shots. Yeah.
Again, Kyrgyzstan going good on T side, and at one point I was afraid that they're gonna prove us wrong with picking the CT side. It's better to do that, but Belarus woke up.
I actually mean that Belarus could have maybe got 12 rounds on their T side. They made a couple of mistakes that they got punished by Kyrgyzstan, and they managed to get those 5 rounds. I think that Belarus had this half like in the previous map if they didn't make those mistakes. But on their T side, for Kyrgyzstan, when they moved to their T side, they really played good. Like they know what to do. They They refragged good, they had smokes, and as Wojciech pointed out, but I think in the end, kind of maybe experience from the players from Belarus came into play there. Cyber Focus, as we said, a player to watch, really stepped up throughout these two maps. So I think he had a great performance here, made some crucial kills with the TWP. I think that one more player picked the AWP. They played with double AWP on that cache, one on A side, one on B side, but their positions were not so good with those AWPs. One guy going on upper, we did with one, and the second guy, okay, on A side, that's okay, near quad or something like that. But that position on upper you can get really punished by one smoke or one Molotov, so you can't really do anything.
Yeah, but that one round, yeah, that position is really punishable when you hold that angle. But we saw Fast in that one round that basically clutched for the whole match. I think that was the 14th round for them, giving them the 15th round. He was up there with an AWP, not contested by anyone. Got 3 kills in the end, got 1 kill in main, got the guy at headshot angle and a guy rushing to site. I mean, yeah, we saw there a really bad thing out of Kyrgyzstan. So
yeah, that's because they didn't smoke him off or molly him off. So yeah, when you're not smoked off or mollied, basically you can do that, but he did.
Yeah.
But we saw, for example, Kyrgyzstan use that upper slope couple of times. They got punished every time they...
I was just getting angry. I mean, you get killed on that upper on B side time after time, and they're always having one guy watching from upper. I mean, I haven't seen that position being used in, I don't know, a year maybe now. Yeah. No one ever uses that upper. I mean, yeah, in the rotation, of course, but just watching the B side from that upper, no one ever does that anymore.
Yeah. And maybe that's why it's a surprise.
And that was one of the that was one of
like a reverse psychology.
That was one of the mistakes I mentioned for Kyrgyzstan, the city side, and we have a replay from the beginning of the match of the map itself. You can see here, Kyrgyzstan already lost after the pistol round. They already lost the mid control here, and you know how we always say that when you lose mid control, you should go for the A push, A main push. You can see on the map. Not only that they have no one in A main, they have no one in A at all. And even though the first kill goes in way of Pechanga here on mid, there's Cyber Focus is going to get a nice deagle kill here, and well, 1 kill, and the A site is occupied. And this is the same thing like when you play the retake setup against Tech 9s. Yeah, they only have 1 Tech 9, but the thing is same. The thing is the same. Once those pistols get into the site, it's really hard to retake. Dersky is gonna lurk here, find a couple of nice kills, but all in all, I mean, a really bad setup for Kyrgyzstan, if you ask me.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they only have pistols, they have weaker firepower, but once they get into the site, but once you need to get to those close angles, when you need to attack them, I mean, those pistols are very powerful in close angles.
I think Dersky probably won them this round.
Yeah, he had 2 amazing shots.
If it wasn't for him getting that kill from the guy pushing from B, and again that kill near the white box, I think the cities will probably retake this. It will be 4-on-2 at some point, so you can trade. Put 2 guys inside, 2 guys through main or forklift, and you can probably win that round. But Dersky with those 2 crazy headshots, especially that. I mean, first one not so crazy, but the second one on the white box was really good.
Who, by your opinion, is the man of the match?
Cyber Focus?
Yeah, I mean, we said it even after the Mirage game. Rema pointed out before the game that he goes nuts with the open on that map. He proved us right, getting even a double kill on that A site, shutting down that push, and then again on Cash. I mean, he proved us right once again that he really knows how to play with the op, and he proved us right, like our expectations, and yeah,
delivered.
He was awesome on Mirage. On Cash, he was okay. Fast was top fragging, I think, for Belarus on that map. Even Robo, he did well on Cash, but overall, I think Cyber Focus deserves the MVP.
Okay. That's it for when it comes to the matchup Belarus versus Kyrgyzstan, 16-3 and 16-13. Belarus is through, and they will play against the winner of the match, Georgia versus Croatia. And that's the second match of the day. So before the match starts, we're gonna take a short break. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. e-frag TV will be right back.